So, my topic is the opioid epidemic that is becoming a huge global issue and is especially affecting the United States. An opioid is a substance that comes from the opium poppy. Some examples are morphine and heroin. Opioids cause substance abuse, and it can lead to the inability to control the addiction and continued use despite the consequences. Increased tolerance is also something that comes with opioid usage. Withdrawal also occurs when the person tries to stop using, and opioids affect the part of the brain that controls breathing, so overdose can cause respiratory depression or death. So, what makes this topic or issue global? There's been a huge increase in deaths from heroin related overdoses since the 1990s. By 2004, poisoning was the second largest cause of unintentional death in the USA. The deaths were due to a rise in opioid overdose, and increases in deaths due to this were also seen in Denmark, Finland, Iceland, Norway, Sweden, Spain, Italy, Austria, Australia, England, and Wales. So clearly there is an issue going on. The overdose fatality rate tops deaths caused by AIDS, hepatitis, and homicide. There are effective treatments for opioid dependence, yet less than 10% of people that need such treatment are receiving it. This shows that there definitely needs to be improvement in the awareness of people and how they can get help. Opioid overdoses are the leading cause of injury-related death in the United States and contribute to reversals in the life expectancy gains. The opioid addiction globally and in the United States has increased the cases of acute hepatitis C virus, and that's definitely characterized by the nation's opioid epidemic. Once the virus of hepatitis C is introduced into the population who use opioids, it can spread quickly through the contamination of drug equipment such as needles. So how does this affect health and wellness, which is my major? So health and wellness is all about the well-being of the population and how you can implement a healthy lifestyle. Opioid uses definitely do not go hand in hand with that, and my major is constantly discussing different diseases, psychological needs, physiological needs, and the body both physically and mentally. The use of opioids is definitely an issue that could be targeted in the health and wellness field in order to help decrease the incident rates of deaths from opioid abuse. And like I said, it can help the 90% of people that don't get the help they need. So creating different wellness programs in the workplace would be an example of this. This could inform people of the dangers of usage and how to get help if they're already using. As for the Canisius attributes, this issue can easily be related to ethics. Opioids are extremely dangerous, and it's morally and ethically right to try and help those dealing with an addiction in whatever way possible. Simply referring someone struggling to a wellness program, like I had previously stated, or advertising support programs that are in place. One of the Canisius values is cura personalis, which means care and respect for the whole person. Whether someone has an opioid addiction or not, it is important to remember your ethical responsibility to help those around you. Possible solutions. So naloxone has been available over the counter in Italy since the 1980s without any consequences in order to help combat this opioid epidemic. It is a safe substance that has one function as a drug, which is to reverse the effects of opioids on the brain and respiratory system in order to prevent death. The FDA needs to relabel it as over-the-counter because currently it's very difficult to get and there's not much, it's not readily available for pharmacists or anyone to prescribe or give to people that are struggling. Another solution is safe consumption sites. So that's where individuals can legally use pre-obtained drugs under medical supervision, and it can be considered in various locations. Some are already in San Francisco, California, Seattle, Washington, Maryland, Pennsylvania, and they're already operating in Canada, Western Europe, and have proven to be very helpful, and they've been shown to decrease the harms of opioid use. So that is my topic on the opioid epidemic, and thank you for listening.